Hey guys, welcome back to another breakout episode here with Boomer. How you doing tonight? I'm excited to be here. And I was after the last episode, I actually kept playing that day in the mod pack, trying to see what was going on and learning more about this and some of the parts and pieces that go along, not just the pack as a whole, but individual things. Like I spent a lot of time on the thermodynamics and learning how to move things from item to item. And you'll notice something here. Yeah, there's some diorite missing. Uh, at the start of last episode, I thought it was going to be the bronze pickaxe that was going to be our savior to start pulling this out. And as I started going through the guide, through our quest book here, um, a lot of things happened really quick. So, the getting desperate, I went back and I finished the obsidian. One of the things I was realizing here in the notes that placing obsidian in a doorway shape and hitting it with flint and steel just makes me feel foolish. Kind of told me there's a good chance that there's no nether, at least not yet. And so we didn't do that one, but we didn't try to create a nether portal. We did spend a lot of time here in getting going, and what I hadn't seen initially was this last pick down here. When I first looked at it, I could barely see the top of the diamond. Now I did actually go through. I'll come back to the pick here in a second. I did finish everything out. I learned how to make different alloys and start to blend them together, such as the stuff to make Invar, which is iron and nickel. I made some bronze and started playing around on some of these things. We completed the power previously packaging. We learned how to do auto compressing. We started working on, we had the auto sieve, and then we got the hammering, the auto hammer. And what we created by playing around is the power generator is actually back there. So we have an auto sieve, we have an auto hammer, we have an auto compressor. We started making iron chests, really nice. It's a double chest in a space of one. And as a bonus, somewhere I have a copper chest. There it is. That we got as a bonus by upgrading a chest to an iron chest. And as I got into the guide and got a little bit further, before I even got to some of this get together stuff, we did the chest, we did the storage, the tanks we already had. We got the first bonsai going. We're working on creating the hopping bonsai so we'll automatically generate. But what I didn't see was this pick, the obsidian pickaxe. And when I started looking at it and realized my trusty bronze pickaxe can't make a dent in this hard white stone, I realized this was my savior to start getting rid of this diorite. Now I'd gone through and actually I'd started to arrange the area. I had created a 7 wide water setup here so that 2 of these would be mining, the strainers here, getting me a lot of worms that I could use, and there's clearly a lot of stuff in there that I could use for this farming one. These stack up? No. But then I also had 4 of the survivalist strainers getting me gravel, getting me sand, clay, and dirt. You have to forgive me, my trackpad's acting up kind of silly right now. Every 4 or 5 days, if I don't restart my laptop, my trackpad starts acting funny. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. So give me some gravel here. We're trying to get in there. There we go. We hooked up a chest. Up, wrong hopper. Get out of there. See, this was the very last thing I did, was actually trying to just learn how to do this. So it's not cleanly arranged. I'm going to jump up here. This definitely has to be rearranged again. It was just to get everything to work, because I haven't totally figured out how to move power yet. I don't know if I have that ability. So I just have everything next to my coal generator. It's on the back side of this hammer, which right now is turning sand into dust for me. And then we're going to be able to hammer the dust. Sift the dust, or sieve the dust into smaller projects. But what I need to get is 9 of the platinum ores. I've got 7. Once I've got 9, I can turn one of those bonsai plants into running nonstop for me versus having to currently, all I have to do is take an axe and right click on it and it harvests the wood, it harvests the leaves, and it starts to regrow again. So I simply come down here, I put the spruce and spruce is bottom left. I haven't set up all of them yet. Dark oak is up here, and then the oak is down here. Leaves are going to one of these two. I want to say it's the upper one. I might not even be able to reach them. There we go. So I clearly need to do some more reorganization. But we're trying to get that platinum going so we can get at least one of these running nonstop. For now, it'll probably be the oak, simply just because we're going to need chest, we're going to need all sorts of things. Got a nice cup of coffee tonight. A Dunkin' Donuts blend, actually. It is their caramel coffee blend. Very nice. I highly recommend it. The other one, I think, I do like a lot of different coffees. The other one I had recently, and I don't know how much longer it's going to be out, was Starbucks Pumpkin Spice, another great blend for those of you who like to drink coffee. But this is going to have to get redone now that I finally figured out how these item ducts and servos work and whitelisting and blacklisting. I was familiar with the concept. I didn't know if you had to have a server on both sides, a servo on both sides, on one side, and I've only figured out how to get it to work. So the coal generator is simply sucking the coal out of here. I've got a storage, like I said, down here for the ore chunks, and then we'll eventually set up a second sifter. Given that I've got so much gravel going through, I don't think the sifter would ever get to the sand if I just ran one. So I could cheat and use natural vanilla Minecraft stuff to set up a redstone sorting system. I don't want to do that. I want to play this mod pack. So the goal is going to be to actually set up a couple of those, one for gravel, one for sand, one for dirt, one for dust, whatever I can sieve automatically. And then have all those items go into their own sorting systems coming out through the thermodynamic sorting process using the item ducts and using the servos. I want to make some more iron chests. That way I have a little bit bigger storage. Now, again, still relatively, I'm not going to say new to the pack. We're only 4 episodes in. I'm still learning a lot of the mod part itself. I understand the concept. I've been playing Slime Fun for a long time. There's a lot of similar things into it. As a matter of fact, if you ever have played Slime Fun or you're interested in it, I do have another series on my channel. As a matter of fact, there are 20 episodes up. Episode number 21 was asking my audience, what would you like to see? And if that's something you're interested in, go back and watch episode 21. You'll learn a little bit more. But Slime Fun has a lot of the same stuff as the thermodynamics mod pack does. I don't know which came first. I don't care which came first. I don't know which one took the idea from the other, if that was even the case. I'm just starting to enjoy more of the mods. Now, my main thing that I love to play more than anything else is survival. But the mods are becoming fun. And so we're going to definitely continue this. So what I need to do now, I've got a lava thing going, and this was the nice way around the flint and steel option. Is going to be put another netherrack on it and let it burn forever. And because of that, it's now 4 times faster for making lava, simply by putting gravel in. And I had to make a bunch of netherrack. I had to make a bunch of end stone to get myself the, I forget what it's called. It's like, it looks like ender quartz put together. I forget, maybe that's exactly what it's called, but let me pop out the book here. We started going forward into this pack. Oh, it's to make diamonds. That's what it was. So ender dust, that's the one we had to get. So we had to make another rack, or end stone, I'm sorry for that. And then we had crushed end stone, I think it was. Yeah, end stone, crushed end stone. Then you ran the crushed end stone through a sieve and got the ender dust. We got the netherrack one, so that got us going there. We did the obsidian. The only thing I haven't done, and I could do this pretty simple, I just haven't gotten around to this yet, is starting to complete these. I'm not too worried about having mycelium yet, although I got a hunch because it's here. I'm going to discover it somewhere in a mod pack that I need it. It says made by using ancient spores on dirt converts a distressing purple fluid that I will not try to drink. So apparently I need mycelium at some point. The creeping doll thing, spawn Enderman. Oh yeah, there's something I'm definitely in a hurry to do. Let's spawn some Endermen, although maybe I need Ender Pearls. You know, I don't have much for tools yet. I do have enough diamonds to where I could put together a little bit if I can reach that chest. I'm sorry, guys. It's going to be a little bit harder to reach this. I know I have one more try. There we go. I've got 43 nuggets, so I can make 5 diamonds plus whatever is in the sorting system that's hung up. There's 8 more. So I have enough for at least 6. Yeah, I have enough for at least 6 diamonds. So I can make a sword and possibly a pick just for, mining. Like right now we have the bronze pick, 144 durability, so clearly it's not going to last that long. The obsidian one's going to last a lot longer than the diamond was, so the diamond maybe becomes the one I use to burn off. I don't know yet though if I want to invest that much of my resources into a pick to use stuff to burn off. I had to do a diamond hammer on one, but then it gave me it as a bonus. So you look at the durability on that baby, she's going to last a while. One of the tools that I need to start looking for is mending and unbreaking. And since we're in a 112 mod pack, we know that's possible. So we got unbreaking because mending came out in, I believe it was 1.9 was mending. So we know it's possible to get it. We just haven't run across it yet through all of our enchanted books. Let's see if there's any in here that might have it yet. There's a lot of enchantments that I still haven't learned enough about yet or how to put on. I've been using the iron for other things, so I have not created an anvil to even try some of these things. The XP boost will be nice once we get a little bit further down. Smelting, I'm guessing, is simply just that. It's either yielding bonuses or going much faster. Holding, no idea yet. I don't know if I can find, I took it out of there. Can I get anything else on it? No, not yet. I'll have to look it up. But we clearly have a number of new things being introduced into the game and a lot of new challenging things to learn. So I think what I need to do is go ahead and get this polished diorite out of here, which is going to open up this room a ton. I might even put a second layer in just to make things a little bit easier. This system would probably go on top, and then I'll use the thermodynamics to pull things out through the item ducts and then send them into a sorting system. And I think what I'm going to do is just have it go through one. So maybe I'll make 7 hoppers, have it come into a chest to sort, for storage, and then have it come out some item ducts. I'm going to play around with it. I'll see. So I think right now, and I'm still thinking about the glowstone too, because I'm going to need a better light source than torches. We already know what we're going to see is polished obsidian. And if I try to break this with my new obsidian axe, clearly polished obsidian is stronger than regular obsidian. So we know there's going to be at least one more layer. I'd imagine, I'm hoping there would be at least one more layer. Chiseled metamorphic mesa stone brick. All right, so that obsidian can't touch that one either. So there's potentially 2 more layers sitting right there, which might require 2 more picks. Good to know. The other thing I noticed in the book, thermal expansion. Botania, I'm assuming is how it's pronounced. Ender IO, which I am looking forward. I know Iskal85 is a big Ender IO guy, as so some other people. I relate a lot to the hermits. No disrespect to anybody else who does mod packs. I just don't watch too many people outside of Hermitcraft. Simply because I just don't have the time. I'm already subbed to like 24 people. I probably spend about an hour in the morning before the kids get up, before the family's up, before I go to work, and then anywhere from 30 minutes to another hour a day watching different episodes. Um, but I'm probably subscribed, like I said, to the vast majority of Hermits. I think all but four, I believe. Some I watch in their entirety because they're great content creators. Some are great technical. Some are great designers, and I get different things from each one. So yeah, and then actually editions. So we have a lot of different things that are about to open up. Right now, we're looking at Crossroads. Ooh, pick of choice. I didn't even see I had this. Um, I get a pick of choice. Wow, I wonder what that's gonna. All right, well, let's claim our pick of choice. Let's try to learn something about this pick real quick before we go. Excuse me, before we go away. Boomer has reached a crossroads. Which way will they choose? Well, first, I'm not a they, I'm a he. Just to clarify, there are only two possible genders. I am one of those two. Um, what does this pick? Durability, 1 of 1. So this is not what I first thought. I first thought the pick of choice, meaning I get to pick any pick out of the book. This is not it. This makes me think it's a decision. Oh, I wish I had more coffee. That's good. 1 cup at 8:30 at night, that's enough. So this tells me not to use it anytime soon. I need to learn more about this pick. Yeah, I need to learn more about it. So let's not use it. Let's make sure that we don't inadvertently. Do I have an open slot? I can put it in here. Let's make sure we don't inadvertently use it. We'll just stick it in there for now. So I think I'm going to go ahead and break away. I'm going to strip this diorite open. I'm going to reorganize the base, and we'll come back at that time and start progressing through our packs. Be right back. Alrighty, guys. So I didn't quite finish everything yet. I was working on something and it came with a dilemma, and I'll talk about that here in a second. I want to just kind of briefly talk about what we did. So we've got, starting with our basins that are sorting out through the strainers, the dirt, sand, gravel, and tiny coal. Each one of them has 2 iron chests up there. Don't ask me why I picked iron chests. I just did. And I was working on trying to set this up, and I used the item ducts. Here, let me get up there. I used the item ducts to set all that up. And so let me show you. I took 2 off for a reason. We'll come back to that in a minute. So what will happen is they come out that back hopper. The hopper automatically forces them to go down. Now, you saw diamond nuggets come out of there, and that's because I don't have a servo on this back one, or I didn't have a servo on there. As the gravel comes out, it actually goes up into our autosieve up here. And through this tunnel right here, this set of ducts, it works its way back into the system. This chest directly above me is where the diamond goes. Now, unfortunately, I had broken it quickly, and because I don't have a servo on here, I'm guessing that's why they crawled up into the hopper waiting for this to come back down. So I was getting all of this set up. I'm going to jump back down here for a minute just to show you what I did. I got all that set up, and then I set up the autosieve, I believe it's the hammer, our coal generator, and we've got all of the ores automatically sorting in the drawers. Pretty cool. We set up 2 of the trees to go into 2 different chests. I didn't need oak saplings. I got a bunch of those lying around. Those I've gotten enough plutonium now to make blocks for 2 of the 6 tree types. I'm at 7 or 8 ore right now, so we'll get a third going shortly. We've got the lava automatically storing here in our tank. We've got 16 lava in there, plus 5 more in each one of the crucibles. And we have a level 2 cobblestone generator that's going. And I don't even know, I've got the ability to update it to a 4. I've got 195 stacks of cobble in it already, so I'll do it as part of the quest, but at some point it's just kind of overkill. So here's the dilemma I hit. Have you ever been in a situation where you can't do something because the other thing has to be done before you can do the something you want to do? In other words, let's use a real life example. You want to apply for a job that requires a certain set of skills. You can't get that job because you don't have the skills. But in order to get the skills, you've got to get that job, but nobody's willing to hire you because you don't have the skills, or you're screwed, right? No matter what. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? It's the same argument. In order to craft the clear item ducts, that's a situation I find myself in right now. I'm able to craft the opaque ones, but drilling down like 7 layers, because I like the seeing how those items move back and forth versus just going off of the opaque ones and not being able to see it. So I wanted more clear ones. And in order to do that, I took the filter off. Oh boy, we got a problem. I got to get in there real quick. In order to do it, So in order to do that, there's a gear that I need. Well, in order to get that gear, I need a piece of equipment. I cannot make that piece of equipment without the gear. So no matter what I do, I'm kind of stuck. There we go. Now it's whitelisted. So that'll stop everything else that shouldn't be going in there from going in there. We'll put the other items back in there. So the dirt, sand, gravel, tiny coal, and that one I'll sort into the right spots. Okay. So you see that gear back there, that blue gear? That's what I need. I was trying to make some sort of compressor, and without the gear, you can't make it. But you can't make the gear without the item that you need. So I'm sitting here going, okay, I'm stuck in this eternal vacuum of heck. No way around it. And then I remembered I have this pick, right? We had this in the last episode, I believe. We got the pick of choice. I can't jump up here, so I'm going to have to break this, and I'll come back and put this in here in a little while. Just got to remember to put where'd it fall to? There it is. We got to put the filter back in. So I had this pick of choice sitting in here. And I'm like, well, it wasn't meaning that you got to pick to choose out of the list. I think the pick of choice is to bust this borosilicate glass. Because if I try to bust through it, it's like through bedrock and vanilla. You can't do it. My understanding is we get to use this once. It's got a durability of 1 out of 1. In other words, as soon as I use it, it's going to break. So somewhere along the line, there must be options to get others to get through the borosilicate glass. So my guess is we got to break this to get to that die and start going through the thermodynamics expansion parts in Quest. So let's see if this is it. Oh, it is. Oh, yes. And the pick's broken. But guess what, guys? Oh, we have access. Oh, I am so happy. Let's get that torch out of there. I want to be able to walk up. We'll just move it. All right. We're going to come back and we will work on getting the rest of this cleaned up later. I want to see what's in here. There's a compactor I was trying to build. Son of a gun. All right, what's going on over here? Let's kind of explore for a minute. Black concrete, harvestable? Harvestable? No. And it does not appear to be harvesting. At least not with this obsidian pick, it's not. And I'm pretty sure this polished obsidian's not going anywhere. I'm pretty sure bedrock's not. Okay. Why don't we start here? Let's see what we can harvest first. And kind of work our way from there. You know, I just thought of something too. We're getting far enough away that we might actually get to the point to where we're 24 blocks. We might be able to start spawning some mobs. Ooh, boy, wouldn't that be creepy in this pack, right? Wake up one day and find an Enderman in there with me. I suppose there are worse things. I'd rather wake up and find a zombie villager so I can start working on getting mending. Ooh, quest complete north. Oh, wow. Okay. Hang on a second here. North, thermal expansion. I haven't grabbed the gear yet. Hang on. Where is it? By the way, I still have to spawn a blaze. Crossroads. Complete. Yeah, we did the polished die, all right. Hardened upgrade kit. I wonder what's in a hardened upgrade kit. I haven't mined that die yet either, but let's see. What's wrong button? Incrementally upgrades a block. Has interesting sounds to it. And there's my gear working die that I needed. Only one specialization may be installed. Wow, okay, cool. Well, we'll come back to the lever. We'll come back to it. What's this lever for? You know what? I play with sounds off. Hang on a second. Let's just see if that did anything. I'm not hearing anything move. Huh. Yeah, all the sounds are on 100%. Probably hearing my mouse more than you are the lever. Nope, that didn't let me go in. Okay, well, keep that in mind, guys. We'll have to come back and see what that's all about. Let's go get my toy. I want to grab some of this nether brick and just see if there's anything else in here that's going to benefit us. It's more polished obsidian. Okay. Wow. I'll guarantee. Wait a minute. There's two levers. That didn't do anything. I didn't hear anything. Nothing seemed to move. Those levers are there for a reason. We just got to figure out what it is. So we're going to pull most of this out. I don't know. Maybe there's something underneath here, or maybe they're assuming, maybe they won't look. I don't want to take anything for granted here. I have no idea. I mean, we didn't hear anything. I didn't even hear the flipping of the levers. Normally when you flip a lever, you hear the flip flop of it, and we didn't even hear that. I'm wondering if the pack has sounds turned off by default. Maybe somebody who knows more about Breakout can answer that question. All right, well, we've pulled all of it, and there is no evidence that those levers did anything. See, I don't even hear the flip-flop. Yeah, we're 100% across the board. I'll tell you what, I'm going to leave them down. Maybe it requires all of them to be on. There's 3 other rooms. I'm wondering if all 8 need to be turned on to have that effect come out. Wow. All right, well, for now, I guess all it did was give us more room. I can't harvest anything else in here. No, wow. All right. Well, that was interesting. I'm a little surprised, but I guess that's where we're at. So I think with this, we're going to go ahead and wrap up here. I want to continue to, ooh, that was weird. Wonked my head. I want to continue to work on this room, get it cleaned up some more. I might redesign this a little bit. I might even take that and actually funnel it back through this other room so I don't see it. And I think the other thing that we're going to look at is how do I get more of those picks? At some point, I need to get in there for each one of those. So maybe it's after you complete the north or the south or the east or the west. But guys, we are going down the road of thermodynamics next. So I'm excited. I don't know what that involves, but we're going to have fun. So as always, if you're new to the channel, I'll ask you to consider subscribing. Let me know what you think. And as always, when we play Minecraft, you got to go boomer or you got to go home. We'll see you later.